Okay, so first of all, I'm going to select this file, then hold down Shift and right click and copy as path. Then I'll go to Excel and type equals import. And we have two options here, import CSV or import text. They're both very similar, and as I am importing a text file, I will select import text. Then I will paste in the path that I just copied. I will get this warning message and I'll just click paste everything and then enable. Then I can close the brackets here and enter. I'll get this busy symbol, but if we wait for a little bit, I will get all of the data from the text file. Then I'll paste the path up here, go back to the folder, select everything this time, and then click copy path up here. Then go back to Excel and paste all of my paths underneath. Then I will select just the folders here and copy. Then select all of these cells and go to Find and Replace. In the Find What box, I will paste in the folders that I just copied, and in the Replace With box, I will leave that blank and then replace all. And OK and close. And this gets me all of my file names. I'll then paste the folders in this cell here, then select the blank cell underneath and go to the Data tab and Data Validation. Then I'll allow only values from a list, and the source will be the file names, and enter and OK. Then I have a drop-down list that I can select the file names from. In order to join this to my function, I'll delete this part here, select the cell with the folders, use an AND symbol, and join this to the cell with the files and enter. Then I can use the drop-down list to show the different files. If the actual contents of the files change, you need to click on the Refresh All button in the Data tab because it won't refresh automatically. Then there are a few other options in these functions. So I can skip rows. If I put the number 1 in here, it will skip the first row. And if I use a minus number, it works from the bottom up. So -2 will remove the 2 rows from the end. Then we have take rows, and this will tell it which rows we want it to include. So if I put 1 in here, it will only include the header row. And if I put -2 in here, it will only include the last 2 rows. Then let's have a look at importing data from a website. So if I go to this website here, this is carbon dioxide data from Hawaii, and I'll copy the URL at the top, then go back to Excel and do equals import text again. This time I need to type in the quotation marks because they won't be automatically included, and then paste in the URL that I just copied. I get this warning message again, so paste everything, and then close off the brackets at the end and enter. The first time you link to a website, you will get a warning message. If I scroll down here, it will look like this, and you just need to click on Connect. Now you can see that this file has quite a lot of header rows. It actually tells me at the top that we have 54. So in order to get rid of these, I am going to go to skip rows and then put in the number 54. And this gets me just the data. At the moment, this is all in one column. So the next thing I want to do is add in a delimiter. And this is going to be a space, and I need to put that inside quotation marks. This puts everything into separate columns, but it doesn't do it quite right, because for all of the months here that are single digits, they actually have 2 spaces in front of them, so it doesn't all line up correctly. An alternative is to use fixed width. And for this, I need to put in the number of characters that I want to split it at. So we have to start at 0. So that's the very beginning, 0 characters. Then I want 4. So that includes the 3 letters plus the space. Then I want the year. So I'll put 9 in here. Then the month. So I'll put 13 in here. And then the number at the end, and I'll put 20 in here and enter. And this gets me an extra column at the end, but I can just ignore that. Of course, this only works if all of your columns have the same number of characters in every row. Then the next thing we're going to look at is getting data from multiple files. So I'll go back to this folder here, and everything's still selected, so I'll just copy path again and then paste the paths in here. Then I'll type import text, and this doesn't have an equals at the beginning, so it's not a function at the moment, it's just text. Then we'll do open brackets and A1, which is the cell reference. Then I'll drag this down. And you need to have the number at the end, if not it won't count up like this. Then I will do equals text join, and the delimiter needs to be a close brackets, as I need to close off each of these functions, and then I need a comma to separate all of the functions, and that has to be inside quotation marks. Then I'll say true to ignore empty, and then select all the text that I want to join together and close brackets and enter. Then I can copy this and paste it as text. Once it's text, I can go into the formula bar and copy this. Then I will do equals VSTACK and paste in this text. I get this warning message again, so paste everything. Then I need a close brackets to close off the last import text function, then another close brackets to close off the VSTACK function and enter. And this gets me all of my text files stacked on top of each other. I still have the headers in between, so in order to get rid of this, I'm going to edit the text join function. And for the delimiter, I now need comma, comma, 1. And this will get it to skip the first row. And enter. Then I can copy this and paste it as text again. Then copy the text. And then go to the VSTACK function and paste this inside. And paste everything. And then at the end here, I need a close brackets. And for the last import text, I need to add in a comma, comma, 1, because it's not automatically included in the last one. And also I want to remove this from the first file, as I do want the first file to include the header. And enter. And now I have all of my files stacked on top of each other without the headings in between. Just to finish this off, I'm going to put a choose columns function around all of this, and I want just 4 of the columns. And that is going to be the second column, the third, the fourth, and the 7th, and close brackets and enter. And now I have the columns that I want. Now, if we have a look at this web page again, at the moment, these functions are only available in this version of Excel or later, so you might not have access to these functions yet. And also, if we look at the import CSV function, you can see that it's very similar to the import text function, it just has fewer arguments. For example, CSV stands for comma separated value. So while the import text function has the option for a delimiter, the import CSV function does not, because the delimiter always has to be a comma. Okay, and that is everything.